In the modern corridors of public discourse, where the gravitas of opinions sway the masses like pendulums in the grand clock of society, emerges a spectacle of rhetorical pugilism between Faizon Love and Stephen A. Smith.
This Stephen A. Smith, man, I don't know. Where do you come from? Do they groom you? Where the f you come from? You mad because BT is celebrating OJ? Who else gonna celebrate him? Are you stupid? He was found innocent in the court of laws, the white laws. But your dick nose is gonna go on talking about how, are you crazy? You would have did this, you would have did that. Where the f do you come from? Where the f do you come from? I've never seen some lazy house shit. You ain't even a house. You done sucking the house dick. Who the f are you? That's what Kendrick's talking about. They are not like us. They are not like you. You don't talk about OJ. Are you crazy? You can't.
Verily, the august figure of Stephen A. Smith, with his proclivity for loquacious diatribes, finds himself ensnared in the verbal fulminations of Faizon Love, who eviscerates Smith's pronouncements regarding the BET Awards' homage to the enigmatic figure of O.J. Simpson. This conflagration of dialectical combat delineates not merely a clash of personalities but a deeper, more profound schism within the cultural ethos. Stephen A. Smith, a paragon of sports commentary, exhibits a perennial propensity to pontificate on matters transcending the athletic sphere. His recent expostulations on the BET Awards' decision to honor O.J. Simpson engendered a maelstrom of reactions, with Faizon Love's riposte standing as a vehement repudiation. Love's critique is a masterstroke of sardonic invective, questioning the very genesis and ontological bearings of Smith's assertions. This confrontation elucidates a broader dialectic on cultural validation and the bifurcation of moral adjudications. Faizon Love's interrogation, dripping with incredulity, casts aspersions on Smith's intellectual provenance. Do they groom you where you come from? He inquires, an allusion to a perceived disconnection from communal authenticity. Love's polemic is not merely an ad hominem attack but an indictment of Smith's ideological moorings. He contends that Smith's vituperations against BET's celebration of O.J. Simpson are emblematic of a more insidious alignment with hegemonic paradigms that have historically marginalized and maligned African American icons. The crux of Love's argument hinges on the judicial exoneration of Simpson, a legal absolution rendered by what Love dubs the white laws. Herein lies a juxtaposition of legalistic exoneration against the court of public opinion, a realm where Smith's denunciations are perceived as acquiescence to a narrative of perpetual culpability. Love's sardonic repetition of Simpson's innocence underscores a fissure between juridical verdicts and societal perceptions, implicating Smith in perpetuating a discourse antithetical to the ethos of communal solidarity. Smith's reproach of BET's homage is characterized by Love as a manifestation of internalized subjugation, a vestigial remnant of colonial indoctrination. Love's use of visceral imagery, likening Smith's stance to sucking house dick, is a scathing rebuke, portraying Smith as a sycophant of dominant cultural narratives. This rhetoric is a clarion call to recognize and resist the insidious allure of conformist ideologies that erode the fabric of communal identity. In a crescendo of rhetorical flourish, Love invokes the zeitgeist articulated by Kendrick Lamar, delineating a dichotomy between the authentic and the ersatz. They are not like us, he proclaims, a demarcation between those who uphold the sanctity of cultural icons and those who, in Love's view, capitulate to external vilification. This binary opposition crystallized the cultural cleavage that Love perceives in Smith's critique, a cleavage predicated on divergent paradigms of validation and vindication. The appellation of O.J. Simpson as a symbol of cultural recognition is, in Love's articulation, a reclamation of narrative agency. It is an assertion of the right to commemorate and celebrate figures within a framework of communal context, untethered from external approbation or condemnation. Love's invective against Smith is thus not merely a personal rebuke but a defense of cultural sovereignty, an assertion that the locus of validation resides within the community itself. Stephen A. Smith, in Love's portrayal, becomes an archetype of the interlocutor who, wittingly or unwittingly, perpetuates the hegemonic narrative. Love's critique is a call to transcend this paradigm, to reassert the primacy of indigenous validation mechanisms. The celebration of O.J. Simpson by Bet, in this context, is a repudiation of external moral adjudications, an affirmation of the right to construct and celebrate one's own icons. In the grand tapestry of cultural discourse, this exchange between Love and Smith is a microcosm of larger societal dialogues. It reflects the perennial tension between individual perspectives and communal ethos, between juridical verdicts and societal perceptions, between hegemonic paradigms and indigenous validations. The vehemence of Love's rhetoric underscores the stakes of this dialogue, a dialogue that reverberates beyond the immediate personalities involved. The exegesis of this confrontation reveals the multifaceted dimensions of cultural validation. It underscores the importance of recognizing and challenging internalized subjugations, of affirming the right to celebrate within a framework of communal context. Love's riposte to Smith is thus not merely a defense of Bet's homage to Simpson but a broader assertion of cultural sovereignty. So my dear beloved audience, I bid you my closing arguments. The rhetorical skirmish between Faizon Love and Stephen A. Smith is a manifestation of deep-seated tensions within cultural discourse. It is a clash that transcends individual personalities, reflecting broader societal dialogues on validation, vindication, and the right to construct and celebrate one's own icons. Love's invective, with its sardonic undertones and visceral imagery, is a clarion call to reassert the primacy of communal validation, to resist the allure of hegemonic narratives, and to celebrate within a framework of indigenous context.